But I haven't
How did
finished.
that turn out for you?
Oh, I'm not finished with them.
Yes, and the problem is you shouldn't have ever started from them. What on earth gives you the right to threaten lawsuits just because you're personally offended by somebody else's free speech?
Oh, actually, it goes far beyond that. Because my wife and I have, been married for 30 years, and I have never been in the closet about my atheism,
right.
Because I told a Christian in my cab one day, because she said, you brag about it. And I said, just like you brag about being a Christian, there's no reason I can't brag about not being one. I said, I'm not in the closet, and I'm never going to be in the closet. I'm not ashamed of it. I said, other people don't talk about it. I do, because Christians talk about it all the time, so why shouldn't I?
Okay, can you get to the point, because we're not here for the life story.
So, basically what I've told him is, I will send you a letter, but if you publicly say, considering that what you are doing is also against the Bible, that bumper sticker also violates Matthew chapter 5, verse 22.
Okay, stop. Stop for just a second. I understand all this. The first part of your letter to them, I'm okay with. And actually, pointing out the hypocrisy of what they're doing is a good thing. I have no problem with that. To point out that it violates Matthew 5:22, which says anybody who says to their brother, thou fool, is in danger of hellfire, that's fine. It shouldn't surprise you at all that they're hypocritical. I mean, after all, they're hypocritical about a lot of other things that are in the Bible. But they're also following in the steps of Jesus, who, after saying this, called people fools in Luke 11:40, Luke 24:25, Luke 12:20, and God calls somebody a fool. You could make a list like that to show the absurdity of this. My problem is not with the fact that you got offended. It's not with the fact that they're being hypocrites. One of the things that I enjoy about the bumper sticker is that I know every time I see one, not only do I get a chuckle out of it because it's not really humorous, but the fact that they thought it was makes me laugh. I also get a chuckle because I know that one Christian who knows nothing about atheism and very little about his own Bible has managed to bilk some other Christian who knows nothing in atheism and very little about his Bible out of a couple bucks. I find that incredibly amusing. What I have a problem with is you're threatening to sue in order to censor them.
So, I mean, it hasn't ended because I am going to sue them.
Why?
Why?
Because...
on what grounds?
How
What
is that bumper
law
sticker?
can you point to that actually gives you a case?
Okay, I'll give you exactly what the example is. Now, freedom of speech is not unlimited. It is very limited.
To what?
You cannot yell fire in a theater. That's illegal.
Okay,
you do not have
so
freedom of speech.
so as long as nobody's being harmed and in danger of their life, check.
They are being harmed.
How is that bumper sticker harming you?
Because when Christians look at that bumper sticker, and like other things on the internet, there's T-shirts and everything else, they do not take that as anything but fact. And people in general, the atheists that are talking on this line and are on your show...
But those people already believe it.
Yeah, and suppose you did manage to get rid of this bumper sticker, then what? People would still be reading that atheists are fool on the web. They would be seeing it in newspaper columns.
It's still in the Bible.
They would be hearing it in church every week. Are you going to sue every single one of them? And how
Well,
do
you got to start someplace.
No, actually you
No,
don't,
you don't.
because this is free speech. Nobody has an inherent right not to be offended. And much the same way that I can have a bumper sticker on my car, and I do, which says that fundamentalism stops the thinking mind, and I have another one that says
opinion.
And I have another one that says blasphemy is a victimless crime, and I have another Jesus fish I used to till some Christian ripped it off that had a hook through it, demonstrating that I think faith is gullibility. We had bumper sticker here that said faith is gullibility. We had others that said prayer is talking to yourself. Rapture is a world without religious nuts. This is an expression of our beliefs. What you're doing is because you got offended, you're threatening a lawsuit for which you have absolutely no grounds.
When you get into an area where items such as that bumper sticker guarantee that even though you're a qualified person eligible for a political position, because of what they believe is fact, you would never be elected.
If you think for one moment that people decide not to trust atheists because they saw a bumper sticker that said April 1st is National Atheist Day, then you, sir, are a fool, which demonstrates that the bumper sticker is actually true?
No.
No?
Not at all.
Not at all.
No, matter of fact,
hang on. There were some things that you sent me in email that I'd kind of like to address real quick.
Sure.
Right off the bat, you sent, after my initial response, you sent me a quote from Dave Kong, the head of American Atheists in California, who said, "I just saw the good news. This is terrific. Way to go." And my response was, okay, then I disagree with him too, because I think it's a bad idea. I found it interesting that your first response to me was actually appeal to authority, as if, oh, I heard from somebody, an American atheist, so I'm not going to still think that this is a stupid idea. Sorry. Dumb ideas are dumb ideas. Violations of the Constitution, disregard for the Constitution, is still a disregard. It doesn't matter if you got Richard Dawkins to call in and say, woo, I'm glad that bumper sticker's gone. Richard's wrong.
No, he's not. I mean, not, anybody who is just anybody who is just offended is being totally misled. It's an insult, not just offensive. It's an insult. It's not humorous. It's not a joke. It's not anything like that. It's serious.
Insults are legal. I can insult you all day long. Lies are legal. I can lie all day long. The only time that there's a legal problem is when you get into libel and slander. I can say that you're a fool and a moron, that you've made a stupid thing happen all the time on TV and post it on the internet. And I'm going to.
No, it's libelous.
No, it's not. It's an opinion.
You've already said yourself earlier in this call that the bumper sticker was, in fact, an opinion. It doesn't matter what the Christians think it is.
That's all right, because we view these things from the point of view of the arbitrary observer. It doesn't matter that some nut job happens to think it's a fact. As an actual fact, it is an opinion.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Only to non-believers.
Yeah. It's an opinion to anybody who doesn't already accept that this is a fact. In any kind of objective sense.
But those are the people that it's meant to say, to remind. It is a fact to Christians.
So what? If somebody had a bumper sticker that said the Holocaust never happened, it's a fact to those nut jobs who think the Holocaust never happened.
And those are a very small minority.
But so now
the people who believe that are in the vast majority.
Because the majority are gullible, all of a sudden there's something wrong with it? Where did you go to law school?
As far as the bumper sticker source, it is believed by the vast majority of people,
right,
and that makes it a fact.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Facts are not discerned by majority frickin' opinion. Every correspondence from you, and I've got them all here, there is nothing in here. You refuse to actually state how this bumper sticker has caused you any harm. You go back and forth.
That would come in the lawsuit, not in the damn letter.
Oh.
Okay,
so you're saying this bumper sticker has caused you harm?
You have some kind of secret proof which you cannot now express to us because you haven't started. Well, you're not doing a very good job so far. I haven't
tried yet. I've been on other things.
Well, get to how the bumper sticker has caused you harm.
When I saw the bumper sticker, I had a passenger in my cab, and we were at a red light. And the passenger was in the front seat, and he said, "Look at that." And I read it, and it was plain as day. And I said, "Yeah, I've seen it before." And he said, "They are right," because she said, "If anybody ever did, atheists are fools." And he said, "Anybody who denies the existence of God is exactly what the Bible said. They are fools."
Okay.
I said, "You mean you would never want a person who
I'm going to interrupt you. I'm going to interrupt you, despite the fact that it's rude, and stop you here, because it doesn't matter where you go from here. You've already screwed up.